Yo, people, them. CFC with Blue back with another video. And this is the match preview for the Fulham versus Chelsea match tomorrow. And as everyone may know, Joao Felix is now a Chelsea player. And could potentially feature tomorrow. Make sure to hit that poll button. Will Joao Felix start tomorrow? Hit that poll. Let me know if you think it will start tomorrow. Nonetheless, we are now here for the match preview, and I'm gonna go these kind of streams. I'm just gonna be basically playing the match preview in the background and a press conference from Graham Potter, so we can find out the team news together. So we can break it down. So let me check this. Where is he? So yeah, man, haters. There you go. And hear what Grandpa had to say in his press conference, barring the advert. Yeah, man.
Young, but has obviously still had a lot of really good experience. So it's just a quality player that gives everybody a lift.
Is this a deal that came out of the blue, or is it something you've been working on, or the club's been working on behind the scenes for quite a while, and has it been accelerated because of the injury situation?
No, we've been aware of it for a while. These things don't happen quickly, but obviously the injuries have maybe sharpened the focus a little bit. But still, it's nice to get him here, get him training today. So that's positive for us, and then we'll see for the game on Thursday.
So as you heard, Grandpa and Joao Felix, he said he's happy he's got the player. It's something he's known about for a while. And realistically, he could potentially play tomorrow. He took part in training, so those are good signs, in my opinion. These are very good signs. But now, obviously, let's listen to what else he had to say during the press conference.
So he was registered in time for tomorrow night?
We're still waiting for that. We're still waiting for the confirmation to actually play, but he was around today.
So we haven't had confirmation absolutely whether he is going to play tomorrow. So as long as he's registered by 12 p.m. tonight, which is in the next 3 hours, he'll be able to play tomorrow. But I feel like he probably will be able to, since he's trained with the team already. I didn't necessarily know how quick this deal would have moved. And it's moved even faster than what I expected. So, I'll be real, this is just good news right now. But now let's listen to what else he had to say.
Why didn't it work out for him at Atletico, do you think? Or why hasn't it at the moment?
I have no idea. It's not for me to sort of speculate on at all. I think sometimes these things happen in football, but for us, it's about he's a good age. The quality's there. It's a fantastic player. Like I said, his qualities in terms of playing as a second striker in between the lines, making something happen in the final third. So we're looking forward to working with him.
And transfer-wise, it's been a busy January transfer window so far. We've got 4 new arrivals already. Is there still time for more to come in?
Well, there's time, and whether we'll find the right players or not is another thing. But there's time. As I said before, you have to look in this window to make the right decisions, but it isn't straightforward because it's complicated. We're happy with what we've done so far, but we'll keep going to try and help the team.
And now, build up to tomorrow. Have you got an update on team news? I know we were waiting to hear about Christian Pulisic, for time, Raheem Sterling.
Yep.
Pierre's back issue was in at Manchester City. What's the latest?
No, Pierre's fine, so he'll be in the squad for the game. Christian's a couple of months. We think hopefully less, but that's time frame there. Raheem less, but still evaluating the actual extent of it, but hopefully less than that.
And any other players likely to come return any sooner?
No, I mean, we're making progress. Ruben's getting closer, Ben Chilwell's getting closer. Reece was out on the grass today, not training with the team, but training on his own. N'Golo's first couple of days out on training on his own as well, but still got a long way to go. So it felt a bit more positive to see the guys out there. It gives people a lift.
Finally, for me, obviously back in Premier League action, just 1 week.
So on the injury news update, Pulisic, he's out for at least a couple months. That's dead, man. Speed recovery to Pulisic. Aubameyang will be in the squad tomorrow. Sterling's out. Reece James took part in training, but like his own training away from the team. Ben Shaw and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, they took part in training and are closer to being able to get back into the team. And yeah, N'Golo Kante, he's training on the grass by himself, but he's, as Grandpa said, far away from being able to get back. So at least we get some people coming back, and hopefully we can have João Felix in the squad tomorrow, for being honest, because we need some reinforcements.
You don't need me really to point that out for you. Do you feel under pressure? Do you feel this is the most pressure you've had in management so far? Do you feel you desperately needing a result tomorrow night?
Well, I think you always feel pressure, and the higher you go, the more pressure there is from the outside, I guess, pressure, noise, whatever you want to describe it as. And especially at a club like Chelsea, the responsibility, the history, the tradition of the club, the demands of the club. Whenever you don't get the results that you want, then of course there's noise, there's criticism, there's everything that you'd expect. Then you just have to try to put it into perspective and try to keep going with your job and keep trying to improve and stay strong and get through.
Well, for the concurrent views, thanks for the vote on the poll as well. One person thinks João Felix will start tomorrow. Let's see how many more people will think he will start. Or don't you think he will start tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, it was a positive performance overall. We were pleased with lots of things we did. Like I said, after the game, not easy to recover from the two key ones we lost, but the players did it in a good way. I think Manchester City are obviously a top opponent, and having said that, we matched them, and it was quite an even game. I thought in that Stamford Bridge game. So there's positives to take from there.
Looking forward to tomorrow, I'm impressed you've been with Dan, with the way Marco Silva has been leading them so far this season.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job. Promotion, they have the belief, they're built on that. Really well organised, in and out of possession, know exactly what they're doing, and they're a tough team to play. So he's done a fantastic job.
We saw Fulham so far against Arsenal, with Man United, played with a lot of courage. Is that something you expect from them tomorrow, especially?
No, they play with courage, they play with personality. The points they have, they're not an accident. They've earned them, they deserve them. So they're up there on merit, and they've got the points on merit as well. So tough game, but London derby, and we're looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. John, hi Mike.
Okay.
Hi.
You talk about pressure and noise and criticism around you. How personally do you find that? It must be to ignore, but how do you kind of go about it and deal with it?
Well, you have to understand that it's part of the job. I think you only have to look at some of my colleagues in a similar position. Pep, for example, in his first season would have been criticised, I think, quite heavily. I think Mikel Arteta's had to endure quite a period of criticism. I think Jurgen Klopp in the first few years would have got some criticism as well, and these guys are fantastic. So you understand, and I think football is, it's emotional. When you lose, you don't really think about it. You feel it. You feel the pain, you feel the suffering, you feel the discomfort, and sometimes, it's hard to understand the why, and it's easy just to blame somebody. So, and I'm sitting here saying, well, it's not like I've been absolutely perfect, so they're not completely wrong. But I think it's always very complex, and you just try to put it into perspective. You try to remember that you're capable. You try to remember how you got here, and 2 months ago I was considered to be a top coach, and if you consider the people that I've played against and played with, and they would probably say the same. But at the same time, I also acknowledge that the results we have haven't been good enough for us, and then you have to accept and deal with it as best you can, and try to put it in perspective and keep moving forward.
You spoke with Jerry before you speak to Ray about the situation. What's he said to you?
Yeah, I've spoken in regular dialogue with all the owners. They've been really supportive.
So, Graham Potter, what I like about what he does, he doesn't really he doesn't make excuses. Sure enough, we have injuries, and he'll say, "Oh yeah, we do have injuries sometimes," but he doesn't gonna put blame. He'll take blame for himself. He will say that the results haven't been good enough, and he knows that. But with time, he will come good. He gives examples of Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and Mikel Arteta, guys who in their first seasons didn't do well, and not to what everyone would have expected them to. But now look, Arteta took him about 3 years. Jurgen Klopp took him about 3 to 4 years to get that Liverpool team. Pep Guardiola did it in shorter time, but with more funds. Everyone's gonna need time. Graham Potter, everyone might be able to say, "Oh yeah, sometimes his tactics are wrong. Playing guys like Pulisic, Sterling, and that wing back Gallagher wing back, it's not ideal." But he knows that this isn't necessarily his team that he's been able to build. If he gets the team he wants, to get the players out that he doesn't need, get the players in that he wants, then look what he's going to be able to do. We've seen it with Brighton already this season. Like he said, a couple months ago, people would have been saying, "Oh, he's a great manager." No one would ever been saying, "Oh, he's a dead manager, get him sacked, da, da, da." It's just dealing with the fact that we are, as Chelsea fans, we're used to getting a certain amount of wins and that. But thing like this happen. It happens once every couple of seasons. It happens under Lampard. It happened under Conte. It happened under even Tuchel. So this thing, it's not about the managers, it's about the players. We have too many players in this team that are just not good enough, that can't be in the team that can help us win the Premier League. Because in order to win the Premier League, we need to have a strong team. This team is not strong. We don't have the good amount of characters that we don't have leaders in the team that will help us win the Premier League. The Champions League is all great and it will be considered the biggest trophy, but it's easier to win the Champions League than it is to win the Premier League. So, yeah, man. But other than that, I like how Graham Potter doesn't make excuses still. I like that still. And now he's going to talk about how much he speaks to the owners.
That the results we have haven't been good enough for us, and then you have to accept and deal with it as best you can, and try to put it in perspective and keep moving forward.
You spoke with Jerry before you speak to Ray about the situation. What's he said to you?
Yeah, I've spoken in regular dialogue with all the owners. They've been really supportive. Fantastic. We speak on a regular basis, 2 or 3 times a week, I would say. They've been nothing but supportive.
And one of your big challenges is trying to lift you away from this. I suspect confidence is now.
I don't know if this means anything to a lot of people, but he just said he speaks to our owners 2 or 3 times a week. A man like Frank Lampard, before he got sacked, or after he got sacked at Chelsea, he probably has said he could count on one hand the amount of times he's had a face-to-face or a phone call from a Roman Abramovich. The other owners don't really like to keep in touch. They like to let the manager give them the money and don't pay no mind, really. No Abramovich. Our owners right now are heading a new direction. They want to be communicating more. They want to be letting the manager know whether we're backing you or not. Not of a manager thinking, oh, it's going to be the end of me. That's what the old regime would have given. Because anytime Roman Abramovich would come into town, it's either because there's a big Chelsea game or there's a Champions League final or something, like nonetheless a big Chelsea game, or a manager's getting sacked. That's only ever times you really hear Roman Abramovich. Now you're hearing Graham Potter speaking about the board in a whole different kind of light. They're going to be communicating. They're going to let him know. I rate this a lot because communication is the key. If you don't have communication, yeah, man, all hell's gonna break loose. And that's why at Chelsea, over all the time, everything is unstable. It will be stable for the maximum of 2 years max. After that, it doesn't really happen. You can't go 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years. We can't do that. Not under the old regime. That's why we never really dominated. We'd win the most trophies. Don't get me wrong, we won the most trophies. But if our team was dominating the leagues like Manchester United was in the 90s, we'd have had way more Premier Leagues during this period of time and a lot more Champions Leagues or FA Cups and League Cups, in my opinion. So this new regime, they didn't like what they did with Thomas Tuchel, but other than that, I can't really say things that I don't really like that much. Maybe signing Cucurella, to be fair. That's another thing, but yeah, man.
Well, it wasn't so long ago we played well against Bournemouth. We played against Manchester City, a good game. Back-to-back games against Manchester City in the space of three days. And the second game in the Etihad, in the moment that we're in, isn't the best fixture you can ask for in the world, that's for sure. And yeah, we're not in a top moment, but these guys are experienced. They're honest. They've been fantastic to work with throughout. They're hurting just like everybody else is. So we have to take our responsibilities. We have to face up to our responsibilities and do our best and try to get the 3 points.
Moves to sport. Graham, it's clear that it's not going to be a quick fix getting Chelsea back to where they were. I mean, how much time do you personally think you're going to need?
Spend less with TalkTalk TV. Just
Well against Bournemouth. We played against Manchester City, a good game. Back-to-back games against Manchester City in the space of three days. And the second game in the Etihad, in the moment that we're in, isn't the best fixture you can ask for in the world, that's for sure. And yeah, we're not in a top moment, but these guys are experienced. They're honest. They've been fantastic to work with throughout. They're hurting just like everybody else is. So we have to take our responsibilities. We have to face up to our responsibilities and do our best and try to get the 3 points.
Moves to sport. Graham, it's clear that it's not going to be a quick fix getting Chelsea back to where they were. I mean, how much time do you personally think you're going to need?
Well, it's not like I can give you a time frame, and then that would be strange for me to do if I had that sort of intelligence to be able to foresee that time there. I mean, what I would say is at the moment, if you just look at what we have at the moment and where we're at in terms of the players that we've got available, it can skew the picture a little bit. So if we had those guys back, then the picture changes. I really do. I don't think we're as far away as we may think from the outside, but at the same time, you have to keep going from window to window, keep trying to improve the squad, keep trying to improve the culture, keep trying to develop the football
Appreciate
idea.
The views, everyone. 5 views on that. 2 votes on the poll. One says Joao Felix will start, the other one says no, he won't.
No, he won't. I think sometimes you have to use them as a as a way to get through.
Now we got 3 votes. We think João Felix will start
But
tomorrow.
at the time, it's not pleasant.
It would seem that the only thing win the season is Champions League if you win that competition. But top 6, top 4, that's still an objective.
But I think
everybody. I just have to say, Chelsea can definitely win the Champions League if we get the right draw. Remember, I'm saying this. I believe we definitely can, especially with Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Kante, Mendy all to come back, Pulisic, Sterling will be long. João Felix added to the team as well. Badia Shaw, Dacho Fofana, and other signings probably before the end of January. Look out. The Champions League ain't too far away either.
It's always an aim. We've got a lot of points to play for, but at the same time, I think I'll be wasting my time if I'm worrying about what we're going to do in 5 months' time. I need to focus on the next day's training and the next match. That's where we're at the moment. We can improve a lot. We can be a lot more positive quickly with results, with players, with improved performances, and things can change. The picture can change quickly. But at the moment, we're suffering and we have to accept it, but work through it.
And finally, with João Felix, he has played as a central striker for Atletico Madrid as well as out wide in his number 10 position. The central striker position here at Chelsea, bar Drogba and bar Costa, has been a problem for 20 odd years. Is he going to be a man to come and help solve that problem for you? Or are you going to play him?
People always have to say Drogba and Costa, which is fairly due. But where's all the love for Anelka? He did win a golden boot for us in the Premier League. Some people don't like to big up Anelka probably because he missed our last penalty in the Champions League final against Man United. But nonetheless, he was hard for us.
My thoughts are that you have to fix the team, and it's not just one person to solve your problems. I think you have to fix the team. You have to attack better, create more chances, and then I think whoever's playing there can score and the team can win. That's what we have to do. That's the focus. But clearly, João's a top player. He's a talented player, and he can help the team.
Okay, last question in the broadcast section. Liam, Athletic.
Hi, Graham. Hi. Just follow up on I know you're waiting to find out who's registered, but how confident are you that you can make an immediate impact in a new team, a new league, and what are the qualities do you think he gives you that the other forwards, that may be confident the other forwards you have?
Well, he's been training regularly and he's had game time, so I think from a physical perspective, he can go in. I mean, it's always a little bit unknown because you're going from one country to another country, and there's always an adaptation period. But in terms of how long that takes, you can go from case to case and player to player. I look at him as a confident person, a confident player that's able to impose himself on the game. His personality, his attributes are that he can take the ball, he can take it in tight spaces, make the difference in the final third, make some passes. I think he complements what we have as well. So he's a nice addition. We're really looking forward to working with him.
So, as you just said, the interview is over, the press conference is over, but João Felix most likely for me would at least be on the bench tomorrow, which will be excellent. Aubameyang will be back. Aubameyang will be back. And it's gonna be interesting. Based on the injury news, I'm going to go through my preferred lineup now for this match. My preferred lineup is obviously going to have to be Kepa in goal. I'm going to say my right back. I'm still going to say Trevor Chalobah. I'm still going to say him. Centre backs, I'm going to go with Badia Shaw and Thiago Silva. Left back, I'm going to go with Lewis Hall. In the middle of the park, I'm going to go with Zakaria, Chukwuemeka Meka. And he looks like he's going to start Mason Mount, so let's be real, he's probably going to start Mount. So no, I'll play Kovacic. Forget that. Zakaria, Kovacic, and Adam Chukwuemeka. That's who I'll start in midfield tomorrow. Then up top, Interesting. I'm gonna have to put Joao Felix on the left. Gonna have to put Ziyech on the right. And then up top, most likely have to play Kai Havertz. I think, I think that's what we'll do. Whether it's like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Nonetheless, it's gonna be a mix up of the stuff between Aubameyang and Havertz. It's most likely gonna play Havertz. So yeah, man. That's gonna be interesting tomorrow. Guys, let me know who you want to see start tomorrow. Let me know. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. So let me know your thoughts and any questions you have for me. Just leave them in the chat. Leave it in the chat. Now let's see if we can go find the Fulham manager's press conference. Marco Silva. Press conference. Appreciate the vote on the poll, by the way. Got another vote. Got 4 votes. 3 that think that Joao Felix will start tomorrow, and 1 person that they don't think he will. Fair enough. Here it is, the Fulham press conference. Say nothing. Let's see what Marco Silva had to say in his press conference today, then.
Yes. Find yourself obviously a good number of points ahead of Chelsea leading into this game. What are your expectations coming into
Imagine that going into this game, Fulham are ahead of us. They're our neighbours, This is a West London derby. These men are our neighbours, and yet they're ahead of us. Like, things need to change. We have to beat them tomorrow to go ahead of them. We have to beat them. Come on, Chelsea.
As always, tough match. The competition that we are playing, and the quality of the opposition side. Even if they are not achieving the results they wanted for sure, and their ambition, the quality they have, it will be for sure a tough match for us.
They've only won 1 game in the last 8. Do you think that's going to pose an extra challenge for you guys as a team coming to this game?
No, it will not change. It will not change anything for us. I think it will be the same approach, will be the same ambition from ourselves. The respect that we have to play, we'll do for sure. And when you analyze them, we are not analyzing the last 8 results. We analyze Chelsea as a whole, as a team, what they can do or not. And more than that, to be honest, it's focused on ourselves. It's something that we are doing from the first day. And analyzing, take the time that we have to analyzing the opposition side, give as much information as we can for our players in terms of strategy as well for the match. But the main focus is on ourselves as always.
And the addition of Joao Felix was just announced that he'll be joining Chelsea, possibly too soon to be playing this game or might be playing it. Do you think with the new additions they're bringing on, they're going to be a stronger team to face?
Yeah, it will be okay. Even with some injuries as well, and
manager seems calm and collected.
All our full squad as well for the match. They are always Chelsea, I think, and it's clear. Team with that 2 seasons ago, they won the Champions League. This season they spent more than 300 million pounds. I cannot talk about all these things. I think it's clear that the high quality they have in their squad, for me, is no doubts about it. It's more for Potter to decide what will be the 11. I will do the same with my squad.
During the summer transfer, you put in a number of players, the likes of Dan James, Willian, just to name a few. Any plans to add more players into the squad?
I see, of course, we are going to.
Man like Willian, Chelsea Leonard's going to make his return. Well, not make his return, but he's going to play against us. Since the last time he played against us for Arsenal. So hopefully, let's see if he can turn it up or throw back the times. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Enough respect for a man like Willian, though, for him to be a Chelsea legend.
We are looking forward to get some players in, of course, to try to stay always our squad, to try to adjust something. I'm not a big fan of to change many things during the January market. Just if something went wrong with the last few months or the last market. If something went wrong for us, is not the case. I think we are pleased with the squad we have, but of course we have to try to strengthen our squad in some positions. Clear is what the other teams around us they are doing, and they are doing it with high ambition in my opinion. Of course, it's not because the others they are doing we are going to do, but because we need to strengthen probably 2 or 3 positions, and we are trying to do it.
Some would say that you've probably exceeded expectations. You've been a great team this season. What would you say the key has been to that success so far?
Keep the same mentality, keep the same idea, adjust some things, of course, but don't change what made us to be so strong last season, even if you knew before the season started. Completely different competition, completely different challenge for us. Quality teams, and we knew that we are going to play the best and the most difficult competition in the world. But the main thing for us was that the platform that we start building from the last season and creating a mentality inside this football club, and the way to play will not change for sure. And for me was the main reason for us to keep believing in ourselves and to keep playing the way you are playing. Of course, after the work from the players, their behavior, their mindset, always open to learn, and we as a group we are doing really well.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Marco. You don't have your, as Leno called him, the big dog for this game, Mitrovic. But how excited are you to see how the team fare without him in a big game like this? And also, is it good for him to have this little break?
5 votes on the poll. 4 people think João Felix will start tomorrow. 1 person doesn't.
Okay. First of all,
Love for the concurrent
Mitrovic, of course, we rest him. It was a moment for Vinicius to play as more minutes as he can, of course, in that game, because
he said that
without him in a big game like this. And also, is it?
And we as a group we are doing really well.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
You don't have your, as Leno called him, the big dog for this game, Mitrovic. But how excited are you to see how the team fare without him in a big game like this? And also, is it good for him to have this little break? You're able to rest him for the whole game because of the obviously ankle injury that he's been carrying.
Okay. First about Mitrovic, of course we rest him. It was a moment for Vinicius to play as more minutes as he can, of course, in that game, because we knew that probably or not, and we are going to decide, but probably is one of the main options for us to start as a striker. And it was a good moment for him to play at the same time to give a break for Mitro. But I have to tell you that he's getting better and better and better. He's now he's training every single day with his teammates, and after the matches we don't need.
time for this. Let's get copyright on this advert and stuff.
Long time now to recover him from the game before. All these things are good signs for us that you are going to have even better in the next few games. About the position or the player that is going to play that position, of course, we have, as I said, the main solution is Vinicius, but we have other solutions as well. Bobby can play there, James can play there as well, and of course, it's up to me to decide what will be the best one to start the game tomorrow.
If it is Carlos, what would you like to see from him? What do you think he's capable of in a Fulham shirt?
No, first he has to be himself. Don't try to copy anything from the other player that normally plays there. That is Mitro. You know, he's our top goal scorer. He's a key player for me, but he has to be himself. Playing his strengths, of course, we have an idea, and of course, all of them they know the idea clear. What we practice every single day with Mitro, and in that position we practice with Carlos as well. He knows what we have to do in each moment of the game. But they are different players, of course, and probably have to explore different things as well.
And the votes on the poll, we got 6 votes, 5 people think João Felix will start, 1 person thinks he won't.
With full confidence, and for him is a moment for him to pop up and to show his quality.
And team news, injury-wise, how are you looking?
Apart from Cabano, as you know, will be a long time injured. We still have Shane Duffy-Hill. will not be involved in the game too, and all the other players are ready.
Good. You said you're still looking at players, obviously, in this window. What positions do you think maybe need a bit more competition or a bit more strength in depth?
Of course, I'll not tell you the positions.
7 votes, not enough for that.
We analyze.
6 people think João Felix will start. 1 person thinks he won't.
We are looking forward to strengthening our squad if you can. But as I said, the last few weeks as well, there have to be players to come to add something for our squad. Clear players to add something to strengthen our squad, because to make some moves in January might have to be players to add something. If not, of course, we have to, I'm not saying that we are not going to do, because we have to do, but we have to take the right decisions more than anything, to take the right decision that 2 or 3 players that we are going to try to sign.
I know you respect the high quality in Chelsea's squad, but how high is the confidence in your squad and amongst the fans as well, and how big a part can that play?
If you talk about ourselves and if you talk about our fans, all this connection, the mood of our squad, of course, I have to say that is really in a very good point, definitely. But what's happening in the other players or the teams that we are going to play against will not change anything from ourselves. Will not change our ambition, our desire, our respect as well. We have to understand the quality they have. Players that normal when they are in this type of positions, and I know in this type of situations they want to react, they want to show a completely different or to achieve a completely different result, of course, and in terms of performance as well. And of course we expect a strong reaction from them. Everything what to talk about ambition, desire, confidence as well come from ourselves, not what the other teams they are doing. Really, we look for ourselves, focus clear on ourselves, and massive respect with them because their qualities are good.
And just finally for me, Fulham have only managed to beat Chelsea once in 30 Premier League games. Yeah. Will you be talking to your players about making a bit of history? Will Luis Berry-Morte be showing the players his goal in that one win, maybe?
No, we don't need it. We don't need it because these players, they have been showing that. I know the story of the results. Of course, we know because it's something that pop up in the newspapers or something like that. And of course, Carmelo said to me as well. This is a detail, of course, but it's not something that when we prepare the games, we tell the players. And they know that is a special game, definitely. Okay, when we talk about derby and all the situation, special game for the players, for the fans as well. Are really important for our fans if you can get the result we want for the match as well, to go back 15 years or to see goals.
Now we've got 8 votes on the poll. 6 people think João Felix will start. 2 people think he won't.
Motivate our players. We are going to do it as well, but not to go back 15 or 20 years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any further broadcasts? Okay.
I was just going to ask you about the criticism that Graham Potter's been getting from Chelsea fans, singing songs about Thomas Tuchel. What are your thoughts on that, and have you ever experienced that as a manager previously?
Okay, I don't want to talk about my thoughts. It's not important, really. I think it's not important for the Chelsea fans, for the manager, for their club. I'm not really important for them because that I will not give you my opinion about it. What I can tell you is about the respect and how good manager is important. This is the main thing that I want to tell you. All the other things is about. It's a different club. It's not where I'm right now, and of course I don't want to give you opinion. Thank you. Thank you.
So many even want to comment on Graham Potter's situation. You want to say too much. Fair enough. But yeah, for Marcus Silva's press conference, let's be real. They're going to be about Mitrovic. Think about Bernd Leno as well. So that's 2 clean people. Everyone else, as good as they might be this season, bar Aronson, I don't really know. With too many Fulham players. Nonetheless, this under influence instrumental. So
money on your mind?
So, going through what the press conference had to be like, we have to be honest. Fulham are not going to be without two of their key players, which will make them very much more manageable to beat. I personally believe that these guys will probably start Dan James up top, just for the pace they can get in behind. But other than that, Harrison will probably start. And for their defense line, they have Robinson, the left back, who plays for USA as well. Other than that, they already have too many people I think that could stop us. So for me, I'm gonna go with my lineup. My preferred lineup for this game is Kepa in goal, right back Trevor Chalobah, centre backs Badia Shaw, Thiago Silva, left back Lewis Hall. And I think we're going to be playing a 4-3-3. So Zakaria, Kovacic, Chukui Maka, that will be my midfield three. On the left, we're going to have to put Joao Felix there due to how many injuries we have. And striker, going to have to probably be Kai Havertz. And on the right, it's going to have to be Hakim Ziyech, in my opinion. I think that will be, that's my preferred lineup for that game tomorrow. And on that note, I think that we will probably win the game. I'm going to go with a 2-0 score prediction, which is a very common score prediction. But tomorrow, like, against these teams, I don't necessarily think that they should score against us. We shouldn't allow them to. We should be trying to keep clean sheets. And even though we could be unhinged and concede some chances, hopefully our backlines are strong enough, because we was able to keep out Man City. And if we wasn't for that Kepa mistake, yeah, we would have not conceded against the best team in the league, in my opinion. Even though Arsenal have one more game, and City have the best team. So for me, I think that we can definitely keep a clean sheet and can definitely score 2 goals past Fulham due to the fact they don't have Bernardino. And they're not going to be that goal threatening because they don't have Mitrovic. Mitrovic could have made it very difficult for someone like Thiago Silva, and even Badia Shaw could have bodied whichever one of them was going to start. So I personally think that that we should definitely win this game tomorrow 2-0. And after this, I'm going to go through some match facts. We'll go through some match facts. Hold on, though. And some recommendations. Yeah, man. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions, though. We've got 5 concurrent views. Love for that. 12 votes on the poll. I think probably about 10 people think it will be Joao Felix that will start, and 2 people think that Joao Felix won't start. Or it's like 9 and 3, one of those 2. It's a good instrumental still. But yeah, man. Anyone, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. And also remember to go watch my Joao Felix video, and I'm also going to be uploading a reaction video. So look out for that one still. "13 votes on the poll. Love for that, my people. Damn. Approaching 45 minutes on the stream as well. The stream's probably going to be for about another 45 minutes, in my opinion, I think. You guys, if you want to let me know any Q&As, if you want to do a Q&A, just ask me any questions, feel free. Appreciate the views, my people. Them love for that. 6 concurrent views, love for that. Feel free to ask me anything, my people. I'll keep this going for like the next 20 minutes or so. 15 votes on the poll. Love for the votes, my people. I wonder if people could know this song. It's not choice related, but yeah. If you knew this song, if you really liked this song, you would know this beat.
Welcome to Apple Fitness Plus.
Appreciate the votes on the poll, man. Feel free to ask me any questions, people. Come like Messi or losing. Messi are out of the Carabao Cup, boy. Peak for them. Mhm. Appreciate the views, everyone. Ask me anything. I'm gonna say my preferred lineup again and just state the injury news in terms for tomorrow. So we are still gonna be without Ben Chilwell, Reece James, N'Golo Kante, Edward Mendy. Um, we're gonna be without Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We're also gonna be without Wesley Fofana, Christian Pulisic, Raheem Sterling. But at least Aubameyang will be fit for tomorrow. And Joao Felix could potentially start. So that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully he can get the information to say that yep, he can play tomorrow. Because we have until 12 o'clock to get back that information to know if he's gonna play tomorrow. But yeah, man, it's gonna be very interesting still. Can't wait. Can't wait. Rough. Mad. Yes. Yeah.
You saw that in your live stream?
Yeah.
You say shots?
I said yeah, bro.
Oh.
Loftus-Cheek, Ben Chilwell, Reece James. So yeah, Chelsea will be without Reece James, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante, Edouard Mendy, Raheem Sterling, Christian Pulisic, Wesley Fofana. Yeah, that's it, man. We will be having Aubameyang back tomorrow, and we should be able to see Joao Felix play. So hopefully he can play tomorrow still. Hopefully Joao can play tomorrow. Then my people might just have to call it a day at this one still. But thank you for joining the match preview for the Chelsea versus Fulham match. Please, if you didn't hear my preferred lineup, check it out. Either on TikTok or on Instagram, unless you want to play the video and hear it. But I'll please say it again now. My preferred lineup for the game is Keperingo, right back Trevor Chalobah, centre backs Badia Shaw, Thiago Silva, left back Lewis Hall, in the midfield Shakuri Meka, Dennis Zakaria, Mateo Kovacic. On the left, Joao Felix, up top Havertz, and on the right we have to put Hakim Ziyech. So that's my preferred 11 for tomorrow's game. Doesn't mean it will be the lineup, but we'll have to wait and see what the lineup will be tomorrow. But other than that, though, I'm going to call it quits. So appreciate all the views and that, my people, them. Appreciate all of that. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. Remember, the watch along is going to start tomorrow at about, like 7 o'clock or like 6:30, so you can build up towards the game and to hear the team news and that. So look out for the watch along tomorrow, as well as any other videos I release during this period of time. So yeah, man. That's it from me. Thank you. Actually, no, I'll give it another 15 minutes if anyone wants to ask a question. I'll be here for another 15 minutes to see if anyone wants to ask a question. I'll do see if anyone wants to answer any questions. Or would it be anyone's like favorite Chelsea moment? Would be your preferred 11 for tomorrow? What would be a score prediction for tomorrow's game? Let me know.
Don't tell me this is all for nothing. I can only tell you one thing. On the nights you feel outnumbered. Wake up.
Shy. So yeah, appreciate the questions, OG. Love for that. Anyone else have any questions? Let me know in the comments.
When you get a text that your Galaxy S22 is out of reach.
Feel free to ask any questions, my people. I'll be coming off the stream in about 7 minutes. So if anyone wants to ask any questions, drop them before I leave in the next 7 minutes. She's 7 concurrent views, you know. Anyone with any questions, leave them in the comments or in the chat. Hit them in the chat. Put some questions in the chat, my people, my bros, my sisters. Let's get interactive. Can we get interactive? Drew is interactive. Can we get any other people that be interactive in this chat? Or is it just another one that's going to be listening to what I say, no replies, just going to give me the views? I appreciate all of it, nonetheless. I just want to see if everyone wants to be interactive. Hmm. Oh yeah, tell me again. Make sure you are only give me all as a friend. Mm-hmm. 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 Cause I can see right through you. Mm-hmm. Baby, in the dress, I can see right through you. You act like you don't want this, but you know that you do. Doesn't look like there's gonna be any more questions like that. So, man, it's due to call it the end of the stream in about 7 minutes. Appreciate the views and that, my people there. Appreciate all the comments, all the votes in the poll. We have 17 votes on the poll. 76% think Joao Felix will start tomorrow against Fulham. 24% think he won't. Hopefully he does start. I have him in my preferred lineup as well. So, yeah, man, hopefully we can get him in the starting lineup. Ooh, in the West London derby against Fulham, in a game we should win. Score prediction for that game is 2-0 as well. Appreciate the views, my people. There are 4 concurrent views on that. Love for that. You got about 4 minutes to ask me a question, then I'm going to call it a day. Remember to join me for my watch along tomorrow at 6:30 tomorrow. The game is at 8 o'clock. Aubameyang will be in the squad tomorrow, and he's the only player that should be coming out of the injury list. Loftus-Cheek, Chilwell, Reece James, Wesley Fofana, N'Golo Kante, Edouard Mendy. Pardon me. Those guys plus others are still injured, so still going to be feeling that injury war. But hopefully we can still get the win against Fulham. They're going to be without Mitrovic and Bird Leno, their goalkeeper and their striker. So it should make things somewhat more easier for us if we're trying to get this win. Fulham are ahead of us in the table as well, but they have failed to beat us. They've only won once in the last 30 games in the Premier League against us. So hopefully we can make sure we don't lose, but we can definitely win. We can't afford to draw tomorrow. That's 1,000%. We can't afford to draw. So for me, them and there should definitely, eventually just get the goals. 2-0. That's what I'm hoping for. But Fulham could get a goal. I'm not gonna say they can't, but I hope that they don't. Clean sheets are important out here, especially to rebuild our defensive our defensive confidence. Because we haven't kept a clean sheet since Bournemouth. Before that, it was a while since we kept a clean sheet prior. So hopefully tomorrow we can get the clean sheet and get this W. But yeah, my people, I'm due to call it a night. Please make sure to check out my other videos. I'm going to be uploading another video, the reaction to Joao Felix as well, coming to Chelsea. So make sure to check out that one. Also, thank you to every person that voted on the poll. We had 17 votes. 17 people either voted yes or no, or whether Joao Felix will start. 76% of you said yes. 24% said no. So big you guys up. That poll is now ended. Big you guys up for the votes. And in the Q&A, I'm going to end the Q&A as well. Is that it? Yeah. All right, then. Yeah, nah, that's going to be it from me. So to all my people, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I am CFC Redis Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.